Welcome in, guys, to Sensei and the Pupil. I'm Craig. I got Paul with me.
Hi.
We got Dev.
Hey, guys.
And we're here to review Boiis Madoka Magica. The full name of, really, what people just call Madoka Magica. I mean, that's what it's known for. Everybody calls it Madoka Magica. It's really simple. Who even says Boiis Magi? What does it even mean? I don't know. I don't care. Guys, this is an anime about little girls doing spell stuff and magic. And quite frankly, a few twists and time-bendy things that'll really just make you really, have a full ride, in my opinion. And yeah, pretty much we get introduced to Madoka, this young girl, Sayaka, her friend, and I guess I don't even want to mention the other girl, Hitomi, who's randomly there, the other friend.
Mommy.
Yeah, we get introduced to Mami, Homura. These are all magical girls, okay? They become magical girls by this little stuffed animal called Queeby, who in the very first episode we see getting chased down by Homura.
Kubo,
yeah.
Is Kubo?
Kubo.
I thought it was pronounced Queeby.
No, because like incubator.
Wait, she doesn't listen to English or Japanese?
I watched English.
Oh, okay.
I thought it was Queeby.
No, Kubo.
Oh, well, cool. In the incubator, yeah.
And it's Madoka. It's not Madoka.
I'm English, dude. It's manga for me. Okay.
Thanos,
yeah.
Yeah.
Kubo is getting chased by Homura. Madoka saves her, and this is how Sayaka and Madoka get introduced to Kubo and kind of what they do. And Mami. Mami's a magical girl. Magical girls fight witches and their familiars to save the world, basically, because witches make people want to kill themselves or commit suicide or do murder stuff. Unalive themselves. And that's why they fight witches. But you find out later that magical girls actually become the witches they fight. There's a lot of little twists and turns to this show that I really appreciate. Yeah, Grief Seed, Soul Gems. It's not just a kid's show with little girls looking things. And
definitely not.
That's what kept me away from this anime for so long, was because it looked like a little kid's show. But it's not. It's much deeper, much better, and Devin loves it. Guys, what are our favorite things about this anime? Go.
I'll go first.
Okay. Is that hard, Devin?
I think it's just the fact that, okay, so you see Kubo, you're like, okay, this little cute-looking pink-eyed thing, there's something off about this little guy.
Right.
Like, you can tell right off the bat.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, he looks like a little stuffed animal, but he's so pushy. I noticed that the first time. I was like, leave her alone, man. She said no already. I don't want to be a magic girl. Leave her the fuck alone. She thought about it, but she said no. So he's like, well, come on. I can, like, every opportunity he offers you a fucking deal. Like, hey, you want to save her? Become a magical girl. Hey, you want to solve the world's problem? Become a magical girl. It's like, okay, dude, there's something. Yeah. Like, if I say no to candy once, I'm not getting in your van. Quit asking me. So, yeah, I thought that was cool. But also, like, I kind of, I'll get to gripes later after.
One of my favorite moments was probably Homer's speech to Madoka. There's a lot of good little speeches.
Which one?
Well, yeah, there's a lot of them, yeah.
From her.
Even Sayaka's speeches were really good. I love the character development in the show. But Homer's speech was basically magical girls' fate is to die in a labyrinth. Their fate was to die, not even necessarily a labyrinth, but their fate is to die and become a witch. And Madoka didn't get that. And Homer's like, we don't fight for the sake of others. We fight for the sake of our wishes. We make a wish, and then we don't even realize later on that wish is so insignificant to, in the grand scheme of things. We're just in the cycle of. She doesn't really even mention how they become a witch at that moment, but she's like, we fight for our wishes, not for ourselves. And it's really deep little speeches they had. I love the characters. The dialogue in this show was awesome to me. The dialogue was great. One of my favorite moments was just that speech, but just really the dialogue. Even Sayaka had a few speeches. Like, she didn't feel like she was worthy of being a magical girl because her wish was like just so like she kept thinking, what do I even wish for? What do I even wish for? Before she wanted to wish to for her friend to get healed. What do I wish for? Like, do I just want to waste my wish? I don't know. I really like the speeches. Dev?
I would say one of my, I guess, the favorite things about this anime would be the character progressions. So it takes a while, but you actually end up getting to dive into like all of the witches that you see, and the mommy who dies early on in the season. You actually kind of get a little bit more of her at the end, and you realize that what is the black-haired witch?
Homer? Wait.
Oh yeah, Homer.
The witch or the magical girl?
The magical girl, sorry.
Oh, Homura.
Yeah, so Homura. So and you end up finding about really her backstory.
Mm-hmm.
And
Fire.
the anime kind of switches over to her at the very end.
Yes.
Time.
And you realize why she is the way that she is.
Why is that?
Because she's tried to stop this from happening. I don't even know exactly how many times, but a bunch of different times, and she has failed every single time. So she is like slowly starting to realize like it's futile for her to try to stop this.
Stop the future that she's trying to prevent or something. Because Madoka, every time in Homura's timeline, just keeps dying. She keeps dying and becoming the strongest witch imaginable. And she's only becoming that because Homura keeps going back in time again and again and again to try to stop it, making Madoka the focal point of all these destinies. That twist of Homura's backstory was like amazing to me.
Yeah, that's perfect.
Dude, that was awesome. It really tied everything together because one of my biggest gripes, and we'll get into here in a moment, was just like, dude, Homer was around this. She started the show off wanting to kill the little stuffed animal Kubo.
Right.
And then she, throughout the show, she was around Kubo so many times. I was like, dude, why don't you just kill her? Kill Kubo. Kill him. He's right there. And he kept avoiding it, but then you realize it doesn't even matter to kill him.
Right.
It doesn't even matter.
Well, she's done it before.
Yeah.
So.
Yes. And I kept, every time I wrote a gripe down, it got answered.
Well, I have
That's
a gripe that doesn't get answered. But let's see.
We'll get to that here in a moment. I do want to mention Kubo's whole thing. That's another favorite moment. Kubo's whole deal. Like, whenever...
You're also an unfeeling alien?
Yes. So, at episode 11, Madoka's crying because Sayaka died. He's like, why is it even happening? And then Kubo is telling her, yo, this is what's going on. We are an alien race that throughout the whole universe provide energy and whatnot to other race species. You guys are insignificant because there's so many other races and species of things out there. And we provide energy to them because energy always disintegrates once it's used. It never builds more. It always disintegrates. So we searched the whole universe and galaxy to find an energy that could basically provide energy to other things and people. And we found humans. When a magical girl becomes a witch, they expend the amount of energy it doesn't entropy. It's so much it can provide energy to so much life all over the galaxy. And they found that in magical girls. And so Madoka's like, how can you treat us like this? He's like, yo, we don't even feel emotions. Kubo said, we don't feel emotions. We don't know what that's like. We treat you guys like livestock. I mean, you guys have raised cows and chickens, and then you raise them up. They live a good little life, in captivity. Although it's captivity, they live a life, and then you kill them to eat. That's what we do. What's the big deal? And I was sitting there like, yo, I'm an alien, bro. Because I totally agree. Kubo's right.
Now, I'll give him the fact that he does give them a choice. And that's kind of like, you kind of chose this. Like, you made your wish.
Yes.
You made your wish.
You chose to be a magical girl. Now,
yeah, but he also doesn't tell them the whole truth.
That's true. And that's why I get mad at him. Because it's like, listen, if you're so emotionless, you should understand a contract. You're not telling me everything in front of the contract, you fucking business alien. So you should tell me, like, hey, read the fine print. Like, give me the fucking paper.
And I agree with that. That's fair.
In
the grand scheme of things, I agree with Kubo. But even though you're emotionless, you should tell the full aspect of the deal.
He says, well, they never asked.
Yeah.
He's like, motherfucker.
How do we ask that?
Yeah, I'm not really tricking them. It's like, you're not telling them everything.
Yes.
Fucking bastard.
And then Kubo also mentioned, yo, you guys would still most likely be cavemen.
Rags. Yeah,
cavemen and barely any rags if we didn't even intervene back then.
Yeah.
We made you guys what you are today. I appreciate that.
And I like the little thing they did throughout history, like Joan of Arc, all like the people they described as witches, that got to,
Yes.
Yeah.
Awesome, dude.
That's cool.
Really cool.
Cool touch.
And hopping over to gripes, Paul.
I don't like the fact that. So who's the main antagonist in this? It's not what's the big witch, the
Walpurgisnacht.
It's not her. Okay, she's just a young girl that probably way back in the day got, like, the first one maybe, they got screwed over. So the main bad guy is the fucking alien.
Kubo?
Yeah.
Okay.
So if I have enough power to become a god, why not just wish that entire fucking race out of existence? You could do that. You could literally make universes, which is what Madoka did at the very end. She became like a goddess and is in basically everywhere at all times in every universe.
Because she had the power to get rid of witches before they became
so
witches.
that if you could do that, an unheard of wish, why couldn't you just get rid of the entire incubator race? And there wouldn't even be this problem.
So the wish system is definitely broken. The wish system is broken because you could just say, "Yo, I wish that you were never here, Kubo, or whatever. I wish y'all's race never existed."
Right.
She only got that big wish because she ended up being more and more powerful, I guess, or whatever they had said.
Devin's right, dude. That's right.
That's true.
That's
but
right.
Why,
that's so right, dude.
That's true.
That's so right.
I'm not saying I'm not disagreeing. I'm not disagreeing with that. But why not just solve the problem there, regardless of how powerful she become or not be able to?
So maybe Madoka made the wrong wish by wishing to stop all witches when she could have wished that.
There'd be no need for witches or magical
But in that moment, Madoka was, was moved by Homura's plight because she understood what she'd been through, and then she made that wish.
Didn't you hate that there's like, oh, now we got wraiths?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
No,
I was like, the problem's still there. Like,
yeah, exactly. I'm like,
because the Kubo's civilization guys are good guys in the end. They're trying to extend life, not necessarily good or bad life. They're trying to extend life in the universe.
But they're not really even doing it for the humans. They're doing it for every other race.
Yeah, so they're good.
They even Kubo said, well, by the time y'all come into the universe, like, other races do eventually, then you'll realize what we've done for you. It's like, so you're not doing nothing for us now, except for kind of advancing our society.
Kubo was right.
Quote unquote.
I'm sorry.
I'm not saying he was wrong. I'm just saying that if she wanted to solve the real problem, she would have just wished them all away.
And that's your gripe?
That's my gripe.
Okay.
She's a dumb little girl.
Yeah, she's a little girl.
Better wish.
Who cried the whole show.
I know.
I loved her in Homer's flashbacks. She was like, confident and stuff.
Cool.
Yeah. But then she's a cry little bitch.
Okay.
My gripe was just knowing that Monaco's strength would destroy the planet. Kubo's race should have definitely intervened. Okay, listen. Remember whenever Kubo told Monica, like whenever Monica made the wish, Kubo said, "Oh no, I'm sorry." Whenever Homer was talking to Kubo, and Homer's like, "Yo, Monica's going to become the strongest witch ever, and she'll unknowingly destroy y'all's planet."
Right.
But we're going to get that energy expended. Kubo's race should have stopped Monica from ever because if they would destroy the planet, the whole livestock's gone. Yeah,
right.
The livestock is gone.
A farmer would protect his cows.
The farmer would root out the problem that can destroy the whole livestock.
I get that.
So the Kubo's race should definitely intervene Monica from becoming that big witch. Even though it's a lot of power and energy, that amount of power and energy was going to kill the livestock.
Not even just that, but if she's become as powerful to change universes, you should definitely kill her because she's going to kill every single Earth and every single universe at some point.
So there should have been some intervening from that wish being made.
You're
but like Devin mentioned, which I forgot, her destiny being so strong and the fate or whatever, that wish you can do any wish.
Asshole.
Dev, right?
I would say that was asshole. But my gripe is,
little girls.
I guess I really didn't like how they ended it, and basically, so they got rid of all the witches and whatnot,
right.
And then at the end, you're seeing like, oh, now they have wraiths. So it just feels like, I feel like I didn't get the conclusion or like the feeling of a finished anime.
Yeah,
but they still have to get the energy somehow. They use humans.
In the cat's just like, well, that actually sounds like a good system plotting behind her back and shit.
I know, but but like, so her. Like, the magical girls can't become witches anymore.
Right.
But maybe they can become wraiths. So it's like, it just feels like, okay, well, her wish was kind of,
Does that mean they can still die in the duty of being protected? Like, come on, bro.
So you're saying this is like semantics that just changed the name and not something else?
Yeah, basically, exactly.
Yeah.
Okay.
So
okay.
They took out the magical girls becoming witches. They didn't take out the part where you can still die in the process of protecting the world from wraiths.
I didn't think of it that way, but yeah, okay, that's fair.
So it felt like her whole death. To me, it felt like her whole death was kind of ended up being meaningless,
right?
Because I mean.
Okay.
We'll never know whether, then now they become wraiths, you know?
Go get them. I'm just playing.
Okay.
Sorry.
All right, cool.
All right.
Guys, let's rate this thing. I'm going to go start. I'm giving it a 9.5.
Favorite character real quick?
I don't know. Real quick.
I just said, okay, fine. Guys, what's your favorite character?
I pick Homura just because I wish I had friends like her, that would travel back in time and like change my fate.
I pick Homura too. That was an amazing story.
Yeah, Homura's got to be it.
Amazing. She was one of my favorite girls in anime.
Who hated the blue-haired magical girl?
Sayaka?
Yeah.
I didn't hate her.
I hated her in the timeline, in the main timeline.
Oh yeah, she's kind of a bitch.
What?
Like to wish for something like so simple, and then like to have like regrets about it, and then also kind of like.
Well, it's kind of like she didn't pull the trigger either. Like you could have totally went up to him and said, "Hey, Just so you know, I fixed your fucking
Guys,
hands, dude. You should love me.
Yeah, and that's why she became a witch, because she made the wish selfishly, and she thought she made it selfishly because she wanted him to love her, really, but he didn't. That's why it's like,
well, it's not so much he didn't. He didn't even. She didn't even say anything to him.
Yeah, I just hate all the whining that she was doing.
So you hated Madoka?
See, I hated Madoka for that. Like, I don't know what to do. It's like, bitch, make the wish then.
Yeah, but Madoka was like, at the end, she was like, well, you said you raised a good daughter. I don't lie. I don't. And like her self-sacrifice. Yeah. I did like her self-sacrifice, but even though it ends up being meaningless, like the progression of her character was pretty good. But I would say the black-haired magical girl. Yeah,
her and the red-haired, what's her name?
Kyoko.
She definitely had a change. Like I saw
Kyoko
the most.
Probably one of the better character progressions.
I didn't like that end credit. Makers of this anime, you did some real sus stuff over there. That was a very sensual.
He's talking about when they were naked. They were naked for like 2 seconds.
At the very, very end, I was like, "Whoa, bro! Like, it's not how you drew her at all in the anime." But anyways,
okay, let's rate this thing, guys. I'm giving this thing a 9.5.
You're crazy.
I really enjoyed it.
You're crazy.
I tried to find bad things, but every time I wrote a gripe down, I deleted it because they answered my gripe in the show. Yeah. When you do that 12 episodes and you really make me invested,
it's good. It's good. I'm gonna give it a solid 8.
Yeah, I hated this anime.
I'll give it a solid 8.
I don't think you hated it.
I did hate this anime. I'm gonna give it a 4.
Because it has a good story. It has a decent plot.
Yeah,
though.
I'm serious,
It has a decent plot.
Dude, all female lead characters.
Yeah,
okay, dude.
And I didn't like their square faces. They were all like pointy.
This is coming out after the election, guys.
Yeah.
No, but
that's crazy.
Yeah, dude, I just didn't like. I would like more of the storyline of Cube.
Yeah.
And stuff like that, and then also, I don't know. I guess like I don't feel like we had like a. I mean, I guess Kubo was the overarching villain, but he wasn't really like a villain,
right?
So I don't know. It just maybe it was just too deep for me, and I just missed it. You know, I feel like maybe that was it. I did kind of a 4.
4? He's serious about the 4. He's serious about this 4.
Okay,
like, he's serious.
All right. So you wouldn't recommend it?
No.
Wow.
I wouldn't tell other people to watch this. Definitely not.
I like I said, I give it a solid 8. There's nothing wrong with it to me, other than like the parts that I didn't like, as far as like conclusion and all that stuff.
Guys,
we're
just in the people. If Devin's wrong, let us know in the comments. If Paul's right, let us know in the comments. If you agree with me on everything, let me know in the comments. Guys, we're out of here.